Alright guys, here we go with a day trading recap video. As you can see by looking at the market clock right here, it is definitely a little bit later in the day. So it's 6:30 right now. I've got my big coat on because as some of you may know, if you watched earlier videos, my wife and I are trying to be a little bit more frugal with our heat, because last month our bill was like $300, which is crazy here in sweet North Carolina. It's been cold. So I am finishing the day today red, actually. So well, not actually, I was red yesterday too, but that was because of commissions. I had an excuse yesterday for my red day. Today there is no excuse. I just traded very poorly. So I'm in the red after commissions, $151.80, 5 trades today. You know, there's a lot to learn from today. I could be very disappointed, right? And very upset with myself, and I could go sit in that corner back there and cry. Or I could say to myself, okay, you know what? I'm going to figure out exactly what I did wrong and just fix it. Right? I mean, it's really that simple. It doesn't have to be a difficult process. Every trader who is successful, right, has done that. No trader starts off a genius making thousands of dollars a day. No trader does that. I don't care who you point at, right? Everybody started off very humble. And I think today is just a reminder that, you know, I need to stay humble and I need to continue to work extremely hard and study the material, right? Every single day to study my trades. Even more than I'm currently doing right now, just because I may think that I'm studying enough right now, but I'm not. So we'll go over my trades here. Let's see here. So first trade this morning was on GNC. So I'm going to pull the chart back right here to 9:30. I believe that's when. Oh, a little bit too far back. No. That's right. That's right. Sorry, it's 6:45 right now. So let's see. Okay. So as you can see right here, GNC, which is actually it's like a 70 million share float stock. So that's way outside of my float range. Usually I'm looking for stocks like below 10 million shares. And 10 million is even a little bit too high. You know, it's definitely under 5 million is a go, but under 10 million is the absolute maximum. 10 million. So GNC right out of the gates here, 9:32, a few minutes out of the gate. So it would have been this this candle right here, and I got in 500 shares at 451. So that would have been the break over high of day. All right, so the break over high of day and the break over this candle's high. So 451, selling at 456. And you may say, well, why did you sell so quickly? How long was I in that stock for? 7 seconds. I don't know. You'll have to go and watch the live trading recap video. I actually haven't reviewed my trades yet today, and so I don't know if this was choppy, right? If it went up to 465 and maybe I just held it because I thought it was going to go higher, and then it started coming back down. I don't know exactly what happened, but you can definitely watch that in the live trading video. Made 5-cent profit, right? So $50, not too shabby. And then next trade happened about 5 minutes after this on FJ or FNJN. So this one kind of came out of nowhere. It wasn't even on the gap scanner this morning, and so you can see right here it pops up. Super quick move. It couldn't hold these levels. Too much resistance or something up here. Went to a high of 260 and then just sold off. Just faded the rest of the day and was done for the day. So FNJN, I got into this 500 shares at 242. So pretty high. And I don't know, and this is like the frustrating part about this trade, is there is no clear entry here. I mean, I got in at 242. And it was on this, was it on this candle right here? Yep. It was on this candle. No, it would have been on this one actually. This was the candle that I got into. So I got in, and it actually went up. That's what I was doing. Okay, I remember now. This entry right here was, I got in early to anticipate the high of day break. Okay, so I got in and we broke. I got in at 42. We broke up to 60. So at one point I was up a decent amount, and I just held. I just held it. I'm trying to practice getting better at just reading the market, right? Just like the level 2, the price action. And I didn't want to sell too early. I've been saying in these recap videos how I'm trying to get better at like not trimming off too much of the good meat, right? Like you go to a steak restaurant and you trim off the fat. That's all you get a nice T-bone steak. You don't want to cut off the good meat. You want to just trim the fat and then leave the meat to eat. And I've been bad about trimming off the fat, but also the good meat. And so I was trying to hold it a little bit longer to see if the stock had, any more potential. It didn't. Ended up coming down, went against me. You can see here about 7 cents. So that put me actually in the red for the day. And so I was then down like $30 from being up $40. And I was frustrated at that point. I was very agitated because I said to myself, you know what, Joshua, you could have just sold it up there. Normally you would have done that. You would have just sold it at the top and you would have made a quick $50, right? You would have been up $90 in the day. But I held it, and then I became red in the day. And so at that point, I was pretty much like emotionally sabotaged, and I should have recognized that and just stopped trading overall. I kept trading though, and that's a huge problem. As any trader knows, your emotional state of mind plays a lot into your trading. It's almost everything. And so if you're emotionally unstable, your trades are probably going to be pretty unstable, right? Unless you're just like a veteran and you can control those emotions. A lot of us beginner traders, and even traders who have been trading for a couple of years but are still relatively new, understand that. You have to be in a good state of mind to trade properly. And so I just wasn't after that trade. I was frustrated. Kept trading though, and you can see right here, got back into GNC, made like 2 cents, then got into GNC again, made another 2 cents, then got into Archon, made 3 cents. Lots of like really quick profits, but the problem is that and I said this in yesterday's video, my share size is too small to make enough profit on each trade to cover commissions, right? And so it's like I might make 2 cents or even like 5 cents on a trade, but commissions is still going to be $10. And so even if I make 2 cents, I'm essentially losing money, right? Make 3 cents, okay, great. I make like $5 or something. So it's definitely a very huge disadvantage, but I have to remind myself time and time again that right now it's not about the money. Obviously I don't want to blow up my account. And so I needed to get a lot better the rest of this week. Well, tomorrow's Friday, but next week I just need to really hone in on my strategy, right? And just only look for A quality setups, only get in the best stocks, and not keep making like mistakes like this, because it just can't happen, So although I'm in training, that's a part of training. I don't want to. It goes back to that analogy I used the other day with my friend who's a pilot. Imagine if the pilot who's in training is making mistakes in this simulated flying environment, right? Do you really think that the teachers are going to allow this student to go and fly in the skies for real? No, they're not going to, because he's not ready yet. And so right now with my trading, I need to be able to trade successfully with small size before I begin trading with bigger size. And so that's what I'm focused on right now. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. I'll be back at it tomorrow again. I'm just going to study my butt off the rest of the night and just really, really focus on what I did wrong and see what I can do better tomorrow. See how to avoid the same mistakes I made today, right? Like, perfect example, FNJN. I mean, this one was hard because it could have easily gone up another 20 cents, right? And so that's the thing about the stock market. It's you just have to take what it gives you. And unfortunately, I was being greedy at the moment and was trying to take even more, and it just wasn't ready to give that to me. And so it took away what I did have, right? Because I was being greedy. And so that's one of those emotions that will destroy a trader. Greed, right? Like greed. It fuels so many other emotions. Because when you're greedy, you give in to FOMO, right? Because you have a fear of missing out. The stock is running and you want to get into it because you want to make your profit. Some would say that's greedy, So there's a fine line. There's a fine line because we are in the market to make money, but there's a line where it's like, okay, you've made your profits, get out, right? Like, get out of the way. Otherwise, you're just going to get hit by this massive train called the stock market, right? When the stock starts going against you right here and you get stuck in this squeeze down, then what, right? Imagine if I had like 2,000 shares. I could have easily just blown up my account. So just being aware of that and understanding like where to draw the line at. And so I think I just took it a little bit too far today. Because I think about if with 500 shares, making $50, that's not bad. Now imagine if I had like 10,000 shares, right? 10,000 shares. Let's see what I got in at 42, went to a high of 60. So imagine if I would have sold it even at 52, right? Even if I didn't sell it at 60, if I sold it at 52, 10 cents with 10,000 shares is $1,000. And so it's all relative. And so I have to keep that in mind that with 500 shares, $50 is a pretty decent gain. That's not bad at all. And so that's good. That's good that I just thought about that. I'll keep that in mind the rest of my trading month. I'm going to try to each month increase my size little by little. But if I keep making mistakes like I did today, then I'm not going to allow myself to increase in size. So I think that's fair. I have to continue to get better and just be more responsible with the share size that I am taking right now. So that's it, guys. Enough rambling for me. I will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna do my live recording right now just so I can get that posted as well as this video. But I'll be back tomorrow. Same thing, live video, this day trading recap, and I hope that we see some good opportunities again tomorrow. Today we had great opportunities. It's just that I wasn't able to take advantage of them properly. I was being greedy and I made a few mistakes. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you back again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.